Hello, BL lovers, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are talking about BL series that actually have good NC scenes. When it comes to BL, we have seen all kinds of NC scenes. Some are sweet, some are awkward, and some that we don't ask for. This video is not just about the steamy, over-the-top kind of NC scenes but the ones that actually mean something. Scenes where there's communication, where there's consent, and where both characters care about how the other person feels. Because honestly, a good NC scene isn't just about what happens physically, it's about trust. It's about two people understanding each other emotionally, mentally, and physically. Before we dive in, which BL series do you think has the best good NC scene? Without further delay, let's get started. Number 1. City of Stars. This series is such an underrated gem, but honestly, it has one of the best NC scenes I've seen in BL. It's not about how explicit it is, but how mature and considerate both partners are. They actually talk things through. They care about each other's comfort, and that makes the moment feel real and meaningful. The relationship in City of Stars is healthy in every sense, not just between the leads, but also in how their friends and families interact. Everything feels supportive, peaceful, and almost too good to be true. It really shows that love should be considerate. It's one of those rare BLs that portray what a healthy relationship looks like, and it deserves way more attention. Number 2. The Next Prince. The Next Prince is another series that gets it so right. The communication between the leads makes their NC scene powerful. It's gentle, tender, and filled with respect. You can feel that both characters care deeply about how the other person feels, and that makes it so much more passionate and meaningful. What I really love is how the series shows that no matter who you are, royalty or not, respect and emotional connection are essential in love. Number 3. Chemra. Honestly, I wasn't expecting this level of respect from Pim, but it was well deserved. What stood out to me the most was how considerate and patient he was with Chem. He didn't just rush things or assume anything. He asked questions, checked in, and made sure Chem felt completely safe and comfortable in every NC scene they had. Even though this series doesn't have many NC scenes, especially between the main couple, the few it does have send a powerful message. It shows that consent isn't just a formality. It's about truly connecting and making sure both people want it. Chemra portrays this idea in such a healthy and natural way. It reminds viewers that intimacy should always come from care, communication, and emotional understanding. Honestly, it's one of the best examples of what a respectful NC scene should look like. Number 4. Cutiepie. Cutiepie might not always be the healthiest series overall, but it definitely delivers one of the best NC scenes in BL. Although the relationship dynamic seems like there's a controlling lead, but later on I realize he's actually a caring partner, someone who wants to make sure his boyfriend feels safe, especially since he's also his legal guardian. What I appreciate is how the NC scenes are handled. The characters communicate openly, they ask questions, and they really consider each other's feelings. Consent becomes an important theme in their relationship later on. Both partners learn to respect each other's boundaries and not push too far when it comes to intimacy. The way Cutiepie handles these moments makes them meaningful instead of just physical. It shows growth, comfort, and emotional trust, and that's what makes those scenes so memorable. Number 5. Top From. Top From is honestly one of those series I just love, and not only because of the NC scenes, but because of the overall level of respect it portrays. You'd think that with the number of NC scenes they have, the respect might fade or get overshadowed, but it doesn't. In fact, that's what makes it so unique. Every scene feels balanced. Both characters are equally involved. They listen to each other, and it never feels one-sided. You can actually feel the emotions behind every moment. It's not just about the physical connection. It's about understanding and care. This series shows that even with passion and intensity, respect should never disappear. That's what makes Top From stand out. It shows you can have steamy moments and still treat your partner with tenderness and consideration. Number 6. Bed Friend. Bed Friends deserves a special mention. It has one of the best NC scenes when it comes to consent. The series itself may not be perfect, but when it comes to how the NC scenes are handled, it's impressive. King doesn't just ask for consent, he also understands unspoken consent through body language. He pays attention, notices when something feels off, and never pushes beyond what his partner is ready for. That's especially powerful given Yua's past trauma. King takes that into account and shows that intimacy isn't about control or dominance. It's about care and awareness. Even if King's natural personality isn't the most gentle, in those moments he becomes deeply understanding and protective. It's rare to see that level of sensitivity in NC scenes, and Bedfriend deserves recognition for that. Number 7. Your Sky. Although Your Sky isn't usually the kind of BL I gravitate toward, but for some reason, I watched it and I'm glad I did. I actually love the dynamic between the leads, and their NC scenes honestly deserve an award. Your Sky makes love look almost too good to be real. What really stood out is how much they understand consent and put it into practice. Even in moments where one partner might be ready and the other isn't, there's no pressure, no pushing too far. They wait until both of them are ready, and that makes the scene even more meaningful. The level of detail and emotion shown in their intimacy is beautiful. It's not about lust, it's about care, timing, and connection. It's the kind of portrayal that reminds you love should always feel safe. Number 8. Tokyo in April. It's been a while since I watched Tokyo in April, but I still remember how this couple's story hit differently. They went through misunderstandings that tore them apart, but when they found their way back to each other, it felt real, mature, and full of growth. When it comes to their NC scenes, they handle them with so much care and understanding. You can tell that what happened in the past changed how they approached intimacy. They're cautious, respectful, and patient with each other. The way they take their time both emotionally and physically shows how much they've learned to value each other's boundaries. It's one of those BLS that quietly shows how healing and consent go hand in hand. Number 9. Naughty Babe. Naughty Babe is another series that really understands consent, and honestly, it's the kind I didn't expect to handle it this well, probably because of the age difference between the leads. But surprisingly, they don't joke around with boundaries at all. Even though their relationship is complicated, no one forces anything on the other. When one person wants intimacy and the other isn't ready, they just wait. It sometimes feels like they're both holding back or depriving themselves of affection, but that's better than crossing a line. Because what's the point of intimacy if it ends up feeling awkward or forced? What I love is that when they finally talk about their feelings, everything starts to make sense. They listen to each other and take each other's desires into account. It's not perfect, but it's real, and it shows that even in messy relationships, respect can still exist. Number 10. My Beautiful Man. My Beautiful Man is definitely one of those series people call toxic, and they're not wrong. It's a very complicated story at its core. But when it comes to their NC scenes, I have to admit, they're surprisingly based on consent. There are moments when Hira clearly wants intimacy, but he's too considerate of Kioi to ask directly, and even when he does, he's always apologizing, worried that he might have crossed a line or made Kioi uncomfortable. Kioi, on the other hand, can be short-tempered and controlling in other parts of their relationship, but when it comes to intimacy, he never forces anything. It's either they're both ready, or it doesn't happen at all. They might not communicate perfectly, but there's a quiet understanding between them and awareness of each other's limits and feelings. It's a messy relationship, yes, but in those moments, you can tell they both care about consent, even if they don't always say it out loud. That's all for the list of BL series I think has a very good NC scene. These series don't just give us NC scenes, they show us what healthy intimacy looks like: respect, communication, and two people actually caring about each other. It's a reminder that love should feel safe, mutual, and real. Let me know which couple stood out to you. And if you want more lists like this, like and subscribe for more BL content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.